But the problem with average is also, like average sometimes can be misleading. So think about it like this way. So average is something which will give you a certain measure, but it does not always give you the correct measure. So let me give you one example. So what is average? So average is basically sum of observations by the number of observations, That is what average is. Sum of observation by number of observation. Now think about it. I'm giving you some data. Let's say the data is basically, let's say 40, 50, 50, and 20. Now how to find the average? What you need to do, you need to add all these things and you need to divide it by number of observation. So what is the sum? The sum is basically 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 20 upon 4. So that will give you the average. So this is basically 160 upon 4, which is 40 itself. So I can say the average is 40. So you understand average is nothing but like sum of observation by total number of observation. That's the first thing. Now think about average. Now let's say in a B school, let's say the average, like the placement for some people is like 10 lakhs. There are 5 people is there, let's say 10 lakh, 20, 20 and 80. Let's say this is like a B school has 5 people and this is their average CTC, like you guys are saying, like average CTC. Now what is the average of it? Like if I need to find the average CTC, it is basically, I'm adding all these things. So if I'm adding 80 to 20 is 100, 140. So 140 upon 5, so the average is 48, right? Now if I'm saying the XYZ B school has 48 LPA average, what does it mean? It means like what do you think? Like you can get around something around 48 LPA. But the problem over here, it's 48. Why it is 48? Because this is 80, bro. This is 80. So it is 80 plus 40, 120, 140 by 5 is, sorry, I am extremely sorry, this is 28 LPA. Now think about it as like this way, like it is 28 LPA. Now if I'm talking about 20 LPA, so whatever you have your mind, it's basically like the average will be something around 28. But it is not always true, right? There's some person who got like something around 10 lakhs. So if you say, yes, 828, I'm sorry. So if you say the average is 28, so it is not giving you the actual picture. I'll give you another example also. Think about 10 lakh, and 100. Let's now if I need to do the average, it's basically by 3, so it is basically 40. Now think about it, 10, 100 ka average kitna hai? 40. Now the problem is if I'm saying the average CTC of a B school is 40 LPA, so what do you think in your mind? Your mind is basically you can get something around 40, right? But that is the problem over here. The problem is like 40 is not actually the thing you're going to get. You have a higher chance to get 10 LPA, but your average is 40 LPA. That's why the problem with average is average generally, if there is a very large value, it will actually like drag the average towards it. That is the problem with average. So that's why when we are talking about the average CTC, we have also another factor which is called median. Now think about if it's 10, 10, 100. If these three are the data, the median is 10. The median is 10. So you can say if you are at least, if you are more than 50%, if you are in the top 50% of the batch, you can have at least 10 lakh of rupees as a CTC. Do you understand? So median is giving you a better idea about the basic structure of the CTC, right? So that's why we always think about average and median. So it is a very important thing, please understand. So average is basically a very basic measure of statistics. It's a very basic, and it doesn't give you too much idea about the entire population. So the next thing that we are going to do, like there are certain properties of average is obviously there. Now what is the property of average? Is basically the first one is sum, is basically what? It's average into number of terms. That is basically sum. So if I'm saying the average is 20 and the number of people is let's say 50, so what is the sum? The sum has to be 1000. So I can say sum is basically average into number of terms, right? So that is sum. Second is average is always less than equal to the highest value and more than equals to the least value. So ऐसे कभी भी नहीं हो सकता है. Let's say 8, 9, 10 का average is 12. 8, 9, 10 का average हमेशा 8 और 10 के बीच में ही होगा. And if all the values are equal, like 8, 8 and 8, then the average is 8 only. In that case, it is equal to the highest or it is equal to the least value. Am I clear? So this is like the basic understanding about what is average and what is the range of the average. So हमेशा याद रखना, if the values are like 40, 40, 60, 70, so your average has to be between 40 and 70. It cannot be less than 40, it cannot be more than 70. So this is like the first basic thing in average. So what are basically we are using average. Now I give you a very practical example, like how we generally choose data, like how we generally choose a better data or a worse data. And the next question is basically being asked in IIM Ahmedabad interview. And that question has been asked to me actually, like in IIM Ahmedabad interview. So we will discuss that question first. So think about this. Now let's think about this. Now I'm giving you two things. Like this is like, so let's say it's a test match. You can see like with the jersey color. So Virat has scored like 47, 49, 50, 52, 52. And Rohit scored 48, 49, 50, 50, 53 in the 5 matches. And let's say there is nothing else is given. Nothing else is given. Just this data is given. Now you have to choose one person based on this data. How can you choose? That is the question. You have to choose one person. You have only one position left. You have to choose between Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So which player you will choose and why? That is important. Like I will require answers from you guys. And obviously with the explanation as well. Like what we are going to choose, whom we are going to choose and why. Very important question. Like this is a very practical question, right? And this question has been asked in an Ahmedabad interview. So please. So how you can choose it between Virat and Rohit? The average for both case, I guess it is 50. For both of the people, the average is 50. So based on 50, you cannot choose Virat or Rohit. Otherwise, like if you like Virat Kohli, you can say anyways, right? But the thing is that how you can choose. Like if you say consistency, like how you can define consistency here. Where is consistency? Rohit Sharma is consistent in 50, Virat is consistent in 52, so how? Equal average, yes. So whom you choose? Median is also same. Virat is higher because Virat का भी 58 है, इसका भी higher है, 53 भी क्या है, 50 क्या है? This is funny. So let's think about in a very holistic perspective, because think why I'm giving you this example, because this kind of question you may inquire like this type of question in your interview, in your real life, in all of the cases. So now let's think about how we can do this, and in this way I can make you understand what is the measure we are basically using it, right? All of you guys, now please see how I can check who is going to be the player if I'm choosing one out of these two people. So this is basically the scores, right? The score is 47, 49, 52, yes, and 48, 50, 49, 50, 53. So the first thing we always check about the average. Who has the better average, guys? Who has the better average? Now, if you think about it, both average, if I say average, in both cases, the average is basically same. Virat Kohli's average is also 50. Rohit Sharma's average is also 50. So both cases, the average is same. So average is not the right measure for this because we have both equal average, right? So if the average is same, what you need to do? You need to check with the median. The second thing is you have to check with the median. And remember, whenever we need to choose or check median, we have to arrange things in either ascending order or descending order. Then we need to find the mid value. In this case, the mid value is 50. In this case, also the mid value is 50. So the median is also same. So I can say median is 50. Median is nothing but the mid value. So here median is 47, 49, 50, 52, 53 का mid value क्या है 50. 48, 49, 50, 50, 53 का भी mid value क्या है 50. Right? Now if both has 50, so median is also same and average is also same. Now what you need to check. So these two are basically known as the measure of central tendency. Data का center कैसे behave कर रहा है? How the data, the center of the data reacts. So these are the measure of central tendency. So average, median, mode, all of these things are basically use of central tendency. You understand me? How we understand the center of the data. So if mean and median are same, if the average and median are same, the next thing we are going to check how scattered the data is. Yes, mode is something. यहाँ पे the mode is 50 and mode is 52, but mode is not based on this. Like if your mode is more, if your mode is less, it won't make any difference much. Trust me on this, because mode is used in some other cases. Now I will give you another question where we use mode. Mode is, we generally in the real life example we use mode, especially some cases where like our t-shirt size, like 42 and 44. So mode is basically where the highest frequency lies, right? So your t-shirt size, let's say 42, 44. So all these things are modal values. So basically when the mode introduced, like there is a very great improvement in the ready-made apparel industry. Initially if you see, like we have always a tailor-made industry because it is basically then measuring your like size, then they will create it. But when you need to make it ready-made, so you have to make something so that 41 can adjust with 40 or 42. Do you understand? So they have seen in 40, in 42, 44, 38, we have the maximum people in this range. So that's why they are making only those sizes. If you think about a better brand, so they have also like 41, 43, like if you have like Gucci and this kind of brand, they have even 40, 40.5, 41, 41.42. So it's all about data. I guess you're understanding what I'm saying. And this question has also been asked in IIM Lucknow interview, like where we use mode actually in a real life example. That is the answer. Your shoe size, the example of modal values. Your t-shirt size, these all cases we are using mode. Now think about that, like if mean and median is same, the third thing we need to understand how scattered the data is. A lot of people you have said like consistency. Like consistency is obviously a measure because between 0 and 100, if let's say एक बंदा दो scored किया 0 and 100, another people let's say scored 50 and 50. Whom you choose? Obviously 50-50. Why you choose 50-50? Because 50-50 is much more consistent. So a lot of people have said about consistency. Now how we understand consistency from our data? So consistency matlab the data is much more condensed in the middle. So like in this case, the middle is 50. The data is much more condensed around the mean. That is the understanding of the central tendency. And when the less scattered data, like the data, whether the data is more scattered, it is a bad data. Like 0 and 100, it's a more scattered. So it's like phala hua hai, do you understand? And in case of like 50 and 50, more consistent, it's like less scattered. If the data is less scattered, then it is a better data. If there is more scattered, it's not a good data. You understand me, right? So now the first thing we need to understand what is the range. Range is the first measure of scatterness. उसको हम लोग dispersion भी बोलते हैं, तो हम लोग उसमें नहीं जा रहे. तो range is basically what is range? Range is nothing but max minus mean. So range is basically maximum minus minimum. So what is maximum here? 52 is the maximum, 47 is the minimum, right? So in this case, the range is 5. In this case, 53 is the maximum, 48 is the minimum. So again, the range is also same. So the first measure of central tendency also failed because the range for both cases is also 5. Because 52 minus 47 is 5, 53 minus 48 is 5, right? So range has been failed as well. So for this thing, now we need to understand what is like the actual deviation we calculate. So actual deviation is basically their mean deviation, their standard deviation. But I'm not going to teach you all of these things, right? So just understand, if I just need to find a deviation, like 50 is the average, yes. Now if 50 is the average, so 47 is how much deviate? It's minus 3, it's minus 1, it's plus 2, it's plus 2, yes or no? That is the deviation, am I clear? From the mean. Because 50 is the average, the deviation is minus 3, minus 1, plus 2, plus 2. Am I clear? In this case, the deviation is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 3. Now if you add the deviation, it also gives you 0. So that is the problem. If you add the deviation, it also gives you 0. So what I need to do, I need to make everything positive. So what I do, I will square it. Minus 3 ka square, how much? 9. Minus 1 ka square, how much? 1. Plus 2 ka square, 4. Plus 2 ka square, 4. So the total deviation, if I calculate with squaring it, so this will become 4 plus 4, 8, plus 1, 9, 9, 18. So the deviation for this is 18. Now calculate for Rohit Sharma. What is minus 2 square? 4. Minus 1 square, 1, 0 square, 0, 3 square is 9. If you add 9, 1, 10, 4, 14. So here the deviation is 14. So less deviation kiska case mein? Rohit Sharma case mein. So that's why you have to choose Rohit Sharma. Am I clear? Yes, I'm explaining after this part also. So the first thing you need to understand, if the median is same, next we check what is the range. The range is nothing but maximum minus minimum. In case of Virat Kohli, range is basically the measure of scatteredness. जैसे इस केस में 0-100 के बीच में range कितना है? That is 100 is the range. And similarly 50-50 में range कितना है? 0 है. So as because the range is less, I'll take 50-50. Fine. But in case of like whenever I'm starting to find the range, so in this case, what is the range? 52 minus 47. This one and this one. That is the highest minus the least. Maximum minus minimum. So what is the range of Virat Kohli? 5. What is the range of Rohit Sharma? That is 53 is 48. So difference is 5. So the range for both cases is same. So again, this measure has also been failed. So now what we need to do, we need to find how to understand the deviation properly. So first I understand the deviation. So 50 is your mean average. So the deviation here is minus 3. The deviation here is minus 1. The deviation is plus 2. The deviation here is plus 2. As because it is minus and plus is there, so what I'm doing it, I'm squaring it. If I'm squaring it, so I'll get a positive value. So this is minus 3 squared is 9, minus 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 2 squared is 4. So the sum is how much? 18. Similarly, here the division is how much? Minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 3. So minus 2 squared is 4, minus 1 squared is 1, that is 4, that is 1, 0 squared is 0, 3 squared is 9. So the sum is basically 14. So here the deviation is 18, here the deviation is 14, the square of the deviation. So that is the measure. Now the question is why we are squaring the values. This is the concept of standard deviation. If you remember, if you know standard deviation, you will see we do the square of the deviation, because if you just calculate the deviation against mean, the plus minus will be 0. But if you do the square, so it won't be 0, but it will give you a value which will gives you the much more clearer idea about the deviation. To make values positive, we are doing the square, just to have, because otherwise it will become 0 again. So just to get a positive value, we are squaring it. So as because the deviation should be less, so the 14 has to be the answer, so we have to choose whom? We have to choose Rohit Sharma. So this is just the concept of standard deviation. Like I have not used standard deviation. I have not used it. I have shown you how we use statistics in everyday life. So this is all about the part of the game. So that's why we can say Rohit Sharma is more consistent. Rohit Sharma is the Rohit Sharma we have to take because his square of deviation is 14 and Virat Kohli's square of deviation is 18. And this kind of rule actually is not only followed by BCCI. It kind of rule is followed by everywhere. Whether it is a soccer, whether it is like cricket, whether it is basketball, NBA, everywhere. So this is the perfect thing you have to understand first. This is all the things. So this is how we use statistics. And trust me, this question has been asked in the interview of IIM Ahmedabad. Yes, and yes, I have answered this question. That is the only right question I have answered. So we can take mod value also, but the problem with mod value here also, that will also give you, the mod value is also mean deviation, that will also give you something around 6 and this also. So you can do like the mod value is also fine. But the problem with mod value is basically we generally do the square. So that is much more easier for this case. The base is mean. Base is mean. The basic mean is like the base. The deviation we calculated by taking mean. So there are two types of deviation in general, that is taking mean as the base, taking median as the base. So mean, but both ways we can consider like the deviation. So in this case we have taken as mean. So जो data जितना less scattered होगा, वो data उतना अच्छा होगा. Mode क्या होता है जहाँ पे highest frequency होता है. जैसे ये data का mode है 52, ये data का mode है 50. Highest frequency जो data ज़्यादा occur करता है वो उसका mode value होता है. Less deviation, more consistent. You are talking about consistency. That means it is less deviated. So I hope you guys have understood this. So let's begin for the next thing. So this is now we understand where we use average, mean, median, all these kind of things. If you are not like doing the modulus or the square, it will be 0 always, especially with the mean, not with the median, but with the mean it is always 0. Please once again go through the entire thing. So I think you will go through the entire thing and understand it. So might be you joined late. So we go for the next thing. So it's always like average is the first measure, then it is median, then it is range square, which is basically standard deviation. So this is how. And if these all things are same, then we are going for the kurtosis, skewness. There are a lot of other things are there. So we are not going in that direction. So we are squaring just to make it positive. So we can do it modulus, we can do it square also. So I basically do the square just to make things positive. Otherwise it will become 0. So mode generally एक single के ऊपर नहीं होता है इसलिए. So let's go for the next thing. So guys, I hope I give you a basic brief of this thing. So this is like a basically interview question. So let's go for the next. Next is basically finding average by deviation method. So let's start with average now. So now we start with the actual average and how we can use average. So let's start with finding average by deviation method. Let me give you some values. Let's say the values are like 42, 48, 50, 56, 62. Let's say these are the values you have, right? And I need to find the average by deviation method. So think about it like 50, like average is a very independent class. You don't need to do SICI percentage, कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. सिर्फ average से तुम कर सकते हो. So please check this अच्छा से. Now if I need to find the average by deviation method, so 50 is my average. Now when 50 is my average, I don't know what is the average, right? I need to find the average. So 50 is the mid value. So I can check the mid value, then I can check the deviation. So just check how I can solve this question. So these are the 5 values are there. I need to find the average by using deviation method. So 50 is the kind of mid value, so I'm just choosing 50 as the mid value. Now think about a deviation from this mid value. So this is minus 8. 42 is 8 less than 50, 48 is 2 less than 50, 56 is 6 more than 50, and 62 is 12 more than 50. Now if you do this, 12 and 6 is 18, 18 minus 8 is 10, minus 2 is 8. So that means 50 plus 8 upon the number of terms. What is the number of terms here? 5. So 50 plus 8 upon 5 gives answer, which is 51.6. So that is your average. So this is a method is based on the deviation. Am I clear? So you don't need to add everything. You just find the mid value and find the deviation and can solve this question. I'll give you another example, let's say. Let's take another example like 46, 58, 52, 67, 69, let's say. These are the 5 values I need to find the average. I'm repeating it, exactly, don't worry. So take any value as a mid, take any value. So take 58 as a mid value, right? I will find the average based on 58. So write down 58 here. Now think about it, like what is it less? Minus 12, right? 46, 58, minus 12. 52 is minus 6, 67 is plus 9, and 69 is plus 11. So this is what we are getting. Now if you do all this operation, like 11 plus 9 is 20, 20 minus 18 is 2. 11 plus 9 is how much? 20. 20 minus 6 is 14. 14 minus 12 is 2. So your answer is 58 plus 2 by total number of terms, which is 5. So your answer is 58.4. You understood how I get 2? Just add these things, you'll get 2. And this deviation, if plus 2 है, तो 2 upon 5 कर दो, your answer is 58.54. Am I clear? No, the number can be even also. The number can be even also. I can give you another example. Let's say give me another example also. I hope you understand this. Mid value is like the very simple way to do this thing. So I just do another thing for you guys. Let's say check anything. Like check this kind of values like 80, 84, 100, 102, 92, 96, let's say. Any values. I have taken any values. Now I can start with any values from this, right? So what I can start with, I try to start with the mid kind of value. So I think the mid kind of values is, let's say, I start with 92. Because 92 is kind of a mid value. So start with 92. Yes, I'm slowing it down. I'm just doing the same thing again and again so that you can go through it again and again. So the first is I'm taking the base. The base is 92. All of you guys, please understand it. So I'm taking a mid value. The mid value is 92. So I have taken, you can take with 100 also, no problem. But I started with 92, let's say. So if 92 is the mid value I have taken, so first is minus 12. Fine. 84 is minus 8. Fine. 100 is plus 8. Because 92 plus 8 is 100. 102 is plus 10. And 96 is plus 4. Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear, everyone? Do you understand this, how I take deviation? First, I have taken 92 as the base value. So 92 is here. Next, what I'm doing, 80 is 12 less than 92. So minus 12. 84 is 8 less than 92. Minus 8. 100 is 8 more than 92. Plus 8. 102 is plus 10 more than 92. Plus 10. 96 is plus 4 than 92. Am I clear, all of you guys? Ekdam clear hai? Absolutely clear? Everyone, you understood how I calculate deviation? Perfect. Now, if you already did it, so 8 and 8 get cancelled out. Perfect. So it is 10 plus 14 is 12 minus 12. So 10 plus 14 minus 12 is basically equal to 2. So what is your deviation? Your deviation is plus 2. Am I clear? Everyone? So what I did, like minus 12 plus 10 plus 14, 14 minus 12 is 2. That's fine. Now your answer is 92, 2 by the number of terms. The number of terms basically n. So it's basically 92. Now how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are total 6 terms. So your answer is 92, 2 upon 6. So your answer is 92.33. Am I clear? Now it is not 92.4. There are 6 terms, so you have to divide it by 6. You need to divide this by the total number of terms. Am I clear, all of you? Is it clear? I slowed everything down. So I have given you 3 examples just to make you understand this. If the deviation is negative, then you have to subtract it. If the deviation is positive, you have to add it. It's as simple as that. If the deviation is negative, you need to subtract. If the deviation is positive, you have to add. As simple as that. All of you guys, perfect, I guess. So let's go for the next. Now we need to understand some basic concepts. The sum basic concept is basically like sum of the first n natural numbers. You can choose the base value anything. You just choose anything which is like in middle. Take any value which is in middle, that is your base value. Any value in the middle. Any value. If it is more, then it has to be added. If it is less, it has to be subtracted. Yes, you can take any value, bro. The sum of the first n natural number. The first thing, let's say 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 n. This is the meaning of the sum of first n natural number is n into n plus 1 by 2. This is the formula. So let's check how this thing actually happens. So think about 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now sum of first n natural number. So natural number starts with 1. So it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So it is sum of first 4 natural numbers. So what is the value of n here? The value of n is basically 4. Now if you use this formula, n into n plus 1 by 2, it will become 4 into 4 plus 1 by 2, which is 10. Am I clear, guys? So this is the formula n into n plus 1 by 2. Clear? So if it is first 5, then we have to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So then it has to be 5 into 6 by 2. That is 15. So this is the formula for sum of first n natural numbers. So if I do it, has to be do it like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 plus 10. So your answer has to be 10 into 10 plus 1 by 2, which is 55. Am I clear? So this is the formula what we have used to find the sum of first n natural number. Now if you have the first n natural number, so what is the definition of average? The definition of average is nothing but sum upon number of terms, that is n. The definition of average is sum upon n. So the sum is, I know, it's how much? N into n plus 1 by 2. And what is the total number of terms? That is n. The sum has come from here. The sum is n into n plus 1 by 2. And the total number of terms is n. So n cancelled out. So your answer is n plus 1 upon 2. Am I clear? So if the sum is n into n plus 1 by 2, you divide it by n, you'll get what? You'll get the average. Clear exactly, all of you? Now think about it in a little bit different way also. You just think about it, what is the average of 1, 2, 3, 4? Right, just check about this. The average of 1, 2, 3, 4, it has to be what? 10 by 4. So what is 10 by 4? 2.5, yes or no? If I'm adding all these things, if I need to find the average of 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say these things. If I need to find the average of 1, 2, 3, 4, your answer will be 10 upon 4, which is 2.5. Clear? But if you use the formula also, your answer will be same. That is 4 plus 1 by 2, which is 2.5. So you don't need to do everything to solve this question. You can directly solve this question, and this thing you have to remember. Remember all of these things. Please remember. So the sum of first this thing is very important to remember. Trust me, all of you. So if the sum of first 10 natural number is 55, the sum of first 100 natural number is 50, the sum of first 1000 natural number is 500, it goes on like this always. Am I clear? All of you? Next is, let's say next go for the next thing, is average of first n odd numbers and average of first n even numbers. Now think about average of first n odd numbers. Just think about first n odd natural numbers. It has to be natural. First n odd natural numbers. So it starts with 1. So what is the average of 1 and 3? Average of 1 and 3 is 2. What is the average of 1, 3, 5? 3. What is the average of 1, 3, 5, 7? That is 4. Yes or no? So the average of first n odd natural number is n itself. There are 2 numbers, the average is 2. There are 3 numbers, the average is 3. There are 4 numbers, the average is 4. But remember, it happens only when there are the first n positive odd numbers. First n positive odd numbers. First n positive natural numbers. Am I clear? Please do one thing. Please take like the screenshot. Like please take the screenshot because we have to give a lot of things to cover. So I'm so sorry, I cannot give you time to wait. So please take the screenshots and go through it then. Please, guys. So the thing is like, let's say 1 and 3. So if I have first two odd number, 1 and 3, what is the average? 1 and 3 का average क्या होता है? 2. Because 1 plus 3 by 2 कितना होगा? 2. First 3 odd natural number. 1 plus 3 plus 5 by 3, which is 9 by 3. So your answer is 3. First 4 natural number. Answer is 4. तो ऐसे first n odd natural number का answer क्या हो जाएगा? n. Am I clear? Is it fine? All of you guys clear है? So by observation we can say the average is n. अगर average n हो गया तो sum कितना हो जाएगा? So what is sum? Average into number of terms. So average कितना है? n है, and the number of terms is also n. So n into n is basically n square. Am I clear? तो अगर sum अगर n square है, average क्या हो जाएगा? n हो जाएगा. Is it fine, everyone? You can also check with that. 1 plus 3 plus 5. What is the sum? 9. 9 is 3 square. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. What is the sum? 16. 16 is 4 square. So this is as simple as this. And you have to remember all of these things, all of this, like remember the following points. So you have to remember this thing. Because if you start remembering it, then it will give you a lot more advantage while solving. Am I clear? All of you. So let's go with the next thing. So the next is basically the average of first n even numbers. So think about this. So the average of first n even natural numbers, let's say. Okay? So it starts with what? 2 and 4. 2, 4. What is the average? 3. First 2 even numbers. First 3 even numbers. 2, 4, 6. What is the average? 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. What is the average? 5. Am I clear? Exactly. So 2, 4 is 3. 2, 4, 6 is 4. 2, 4, 6, 8 is 5. So this is basically when there are 2 terms, it is 2 plus 1. When there are 3 terms, the average is 3 plus 1. When there are 4 first even natural numbers, the answer is 4 plus 1. So that's why it is n plus 1. Am I clear? Why 5? So 5 is basically, if you do this, that is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 by 4, your answer will be 5. Your answer will be 5. And similarly, if it is why it is 5, because 5 is 4 plus 1, and now we are generalizing the formula n plus 1. So दो जब even number है, what is your answer? 3. जब 3 consecutive even number है, what is your answer? 3 plus 1. जब 4 consecutive even number है, what is your average? 4 plus 1. Am I clear? So whenever it is happening, it's always n plus 1. In case of first even natural number, and इसके ऊपर बहुत बार question पूछा है, बहुत बार. Trust me on this. The last one is basically when there is 2 and 4, there are 2 even numbers, average कितना हो गया? 3. 2, 4, 6. First 3 even natural numbers, average कितना हो गया? 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. The first 4 even natural numbers, average कितना हो गया? 5. Sorry guys, something has happened. It is... Just a sec. So I hope... Is it fine, guys? All of you have understood how we are doing it, right? Just a sec, bro. It's unmuted. Am I audible? Hello, 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 guys. Am I audible? I'm not in mute, bro. I don't know what happened. How is it every time there is a glitch? Hello, hello, hello. It's on. Am I audible? Audible, audible, audible. Okay, cool. So when there are two numbers, like two consecutive even numbers, the average is 3, that is 2 plus 1. There are 3, 2, 4, 6, that is 4, average is 3 plus 1. When it is 4 numbers, like 2, 4, 6, 8, that average is 5, and 5 is basically number of terms is 4 plus 1. So it is basically n plus 1. So that's what it is written here. So the average is n plus 1. Am I clear, all of you? Now if average is n plus 1, what is the sum? The sum is n into n plus 1, which is nothing but n square plus n. Because I know sum is basically number of terms into average. I hope all of you have understood it. Am I clear? All of you? Am I clear? Everyone, is it understood? Guys, so shall we go for the next? Perfect. So the next thing. So there are a lot of things are written, so I make it clear for you, like what is exactly all these things. So before making it clear, so first, don't go through this thing. Do one thing which is first, like what it is basically written, so don't even look at this right now. Don't even look at this, just understand what I'm trying to say right now. First is, think about this kind of numbers, like 1, 3, and 5. What is the average of these 3 numbers? What is the average, guys? 1, 3, 5 का average क्या है? 3 है. So the average is basically 3, right? Because 1 plus 3 plus 5 by 3 is nothing but 3. Similarly, if I have like this, 1, 3, 5, 7. What is the average? 1, 3, 5, 7. Let's say 9, 5 terms. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What is the average? The average is 5. Because 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 divided by 5, the answer is 5. Next thing I give you another, let's say 7, 11, 15. What is the average? The mid value, which is 11. If you add 7 plus 11 plus 15, 7 plus 11 plus 15 by 3, your answer has to be 11. Now, what is the similarity between these numbers? What is the similarity? The first thing you can see, the number are equidistant. 1 और 3 के बीच में जो difference है, 3 और 5 के बीच में वही difference है. Number 1, right? The difference between 1 and 3 is same as 3 and 5. Similarly here also, 1, 3 के बीच में जितना difference है, 3, 5 के बीच में उतना ही difference है, 5, 7 के बीच में उतना ही है, 7, 9 के बीच में उतना ही है. तो इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Progression. Difference is same. So these numbers are also called equidistant numbers. Equal difference or equidistant numbers. So यहाँ पे भी 3 है. और एक यहाँ पे क्या चीज़ है? यहाँ पे भी odd number of terms है. यहाँ पे 3 है, यहाँ पे 5 है, यहाँ पे फिर से 3 है. So we have odd number of terms. Do you understand? So this is the concept now that is written. So if average of n terms in arithmetic term progression, so the average is n plus 1th term. So यहाँ पे अगर 3 term है, what is the average? Second term. यहाँ पे अगर 5 term है, जो equidistant है, what is the average? Third term. यहाँ पे अगर 3 term है, जो equidistant है, what is the average? Second term. So understand this thing very clearly, very clearly. Like if the numbers are in progression or equidistant, the average is always the middle term. क्या है average? Middle term है. Even numbers के लिए भी हम लोग बताएंगे. पहले तो odd numbers समझ लो. First learn odd numbers, then we'll go for the even numbers as well. तो फॉर ऑड नंबर्स, इफ नंबर्स आर इक्विडिस्टेंट, मतलब क्या है? एक नंबर के बाद और एक नंबर के बाद और एक, उसका डिफरेंस सेम है एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स क्या है? ऑड है. एम आई क्लियर? तो उस केस में क्या होगा? एवरेज क्या हो जाएगा? मिडिल टर्म. यस, एवरेज इज द मिडिल टर्म. सी, दिस इज द मिडिल, दिस इज द मिडिल, दिस इज द मिडिल. अभी यहाँ पे इसको एक में मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मेशन में n plus 1 by 2 टर्म होता है. n plus 1 by 2. बिकॉज अगर जहाँ पे 3 टर्म्स है तो इसका कौन सा टर्म इसका मिडिल टर्म होगा? यहाँ पे कितना टर्म है? 3 है. सो पुट इट हियर, दैट इज 3 plus 1 by 2 is basically 2. What is the second term? This is the second term. इस केस में कितने टर्म्स है? 5 टर्म है. यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू कितना है? For this the n value is basically 5, right? So now put it in this formula. So 5 plus 1 upon 2, that is 3. So इसका एवरेज क्या होगा? थर्ड टर्म. कौन सा टर्म होगा एवरेज? थर्ड टर्म. थर्ड टर्म क्या है? 5 है. Do you understand this? So इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड याद रखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. क्या याद रखोगे? मिडिल. For odd numbers and which are equidistant, the average is the middle term. Am I clear? इतना ही सिर्फ याद रखो. एवरेज क्या होगा? मिडिल टर्म होगा. Let's go for the next. Is it fine, all of you? Fine. Now in case of evens, like in case of even numbers, let's say, so I can give you the example of let's say 2, 4. दो केस में what is the average? 3. In case of let's say 6, 10, 14, 18. What is the average? 10 और 14 का average जो होगा, which is the mid value, 12. In case of let's say 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. What is the average? 12 and 16 का जो बीच में है, 14. Do you understand what is happening basically? I hope you understand what is happening. In case of even number of terms, ये क्या होता है? यहाँ पे number of terms आधा नहीं हो सकता है. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? इसका जो दोनों middle term होगा, दो जो मिडिल टर्म होगा उसका एवरेज ही आ जाएगा. Am I clear? जैसे 2 और 4 का एवरेज कितना होगा? उसका बीच वाला वैल्यू 3. 6, 10, 14, 18 ये सब इक्विडिस्टेंट है, बट द नंबर n इज बेसिकली हियर इवन. सो 10 और 14 का बीच में क्या है? 12. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 है. 12, 16 के बीच में क्या है? 14. Am I clear? अगर ये इवन नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स है तो क्या होगा? इसका बीच वाला जो दो वैल्यूज है उसका एवरेज होगा, जो टोटल चीज का एवरेज. इज इट फाइन? जस्ट द मिडिल वैल्यूज एंड मेक द एवरेज. यहाँ पे 10 और 14 का एवरेज क्या है? 10 plus 14 by 2. So that is basically 12. यहाँ पे 12 and 16 का एवरेज क्या है? 12 plus 16 by 2, which is 14. Am I clear? So take the middle values and do the average. That's it. In case of even number of terms. In case of odd number of terms, you already have the single value. Even में क्या होगा? दोनों middle terms होगा, उसका average करना है. And उसका ही नाम ये है. This is the same thing. ये सिर्फ इसके n/2 एंड n/2 + 1 के हिसाब से लिखा हुआ है. डोंट कॉम्प्लिकेट इट, मेक इट क्लियर एज पॉसिबल जस्ट विद द एग्जांपल. क्लियर है? अगर इवन है तो क्या करोगे, दोनों बीच वाला वैल्यू लोगे, उसका क्या करोगे, ऐड करके by 2 कर दोगे. परफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट आता हूं मैं अभी विद द नेक्स्ट थिंग. अभी सोचो अगर सब में तुम्हें अगर बहुत सारा वैल्यूज है, यू कैन नॉट फाइंड ऑल द वैल्यूज, राइट? यू कैन नॉट फाइंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स टुगेदर, राइट? ऑल ऑफ यू. नाउ नेक्स्ट चीज देखो यहाँ पे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसको मैं और क्या कर सकता हूँ? तो अभी हमारे पास ऑड भी है, दिस आर लाइक द ऑड नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स. आई एम गिविंग यू एन इवन का केस है. यहाँ पे क्या है, n है इवन, दिस इज द इवन केस, द नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स इवन. एक ऑड केस भी ले रहा हूँ, n इज बेसिकली ऑड मतलब हो गया लेट्स से 2, 4 एंड 6, तो जिसका एवरेज 4 होता है, ठीक है? बट दोनों ही केस में एक चीज चेक करो, दोनों ही केस में द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट योर एवरेज इज ऑल्सो फर्स्ट टर्म प्लस लास्ट टर्म बाई 2. 6 + 18/2 करने से भी तुम्हारा एवरेज आ ही जाएगा. मेक इट मच मोर क्लियर. सो इसका फर्स्ट टर्म क्या था 6, लास्ट टर्म क्या था 18. So if you do 6 + 18/2, that also fetch you 12. Am I clear? In this case, do that. 4 + 24/2, that will also give you 14. In this case, do 2 + 6/2, that will also give you 4. Am I clear? So whether the number of terms is odd or even, if you do first term plus last term by 2, then it always gives you the average. Am I clear? तो पहले हम लोग यहाँ पे तीन चीज सीखे. पहला चीज क्या सीखे? First चीज we learned that the first thing what we have learned, in this case अगर odd number of terms है तो middle terms का average है. अगर even number of terms है तो दोनों middle terms होगा, उसका average is the average. And the third thing we have learned, if it is odd number of terms or even number of terms, no matter what it is, if the numbers are equidistant, the easiest way to do also, do first term plus last term by 2, first plus last by 2. But it has to be equidistant. Remember, it has to be equidistant. देखो तुम सब केस में मैं वही दिखाया हूँ, उसका भी वैल्यू एवरेज ही हो रहा है. First term plus last term by 2. I hope you are getting it clear. All of you guys, do you understand these things? कोई doubt है इसमें? Now you can give me your questions as well. Is it fine? कुछ भी doubt है, I'm giving you 2 minutes to just ask me whatever doubts you have. Got it, all of you? Yes दिव्या, डाउट है क्या तो बताओ. 2 मिनट है तुम लोग के लिए डाउट पूछने के लिए अभी. Equidistant means AP, yes. Why this happened? Because this is coming from the concept of progression, arithmetic progression. In case of arithmetic progression, we will learn sequence and series. We have this thing. If it is not equidistant, you should solve it by using a deviation method. So I am taking it slow also, bro. Yes, I just make sure everyone understands everything. That's why I try to make things, because इसके बाद बहुत सारा यहाँ पे डेवलप चीज होगा जहाँ पे you need much more time and you need much more insight also. Yes, and I hope there's like that. I am happy like no one asked me to do it again. That's good. So let's go for the next thing, guys. We are actually running short of time, so let's go for the next. So AP we will learn later. So now I give you example again. Don't read all of these things. Don't read all of these things. ये सब बात की चीज है. I'll give you example. We will learn it from the example. All of you guys, just example देखो. सोचो एक नंबर से 3, 6, 9, 12. ठीक है? तो इसका एवरेज क्या होगा? All of you. इक्विडिस्टेंट नंबर है तो द एवरेज इज 6 and 9 का एवरेज 7.5. क्या होगा इसका एवरेज? 7.5. So the average is 7.5. Now if I'm increasing it by a same thing with all the values, let's say मैं हर एक वैल्यू को सेम नंबर से इंक्रीज करूंगा. I'm increasing all the values by the same number. So let's say I'm increasing everything by 4. तो ये कितना हो जाएगा 7, ये कितना हो जाएगा 10, ये कितना हो जाएगा 13 और ये कितना हो जाएगा 15. तो इसका एवरेज क्या था? 7.5 था. तो एवरेज विल ऑल्सो बी इंक्रीज बाई 7.5 प्लस 4 विच इज 11.5. सो इट्स एवरेज इज व्हाट? 11.5. एम आई क्लियर? अगर सेम नंबर से सबको इंक्रीज करूंगा तो एवरेज विल ऑल्सो बी इंक्रीज बाय द सेम नंबर. इज इट फाइन? If all the numbers, if this is happening with all the numbers, clear? Why 4? Because I'm giving you an example. You can do it with 6 also. So this is k. So k can be anything. It can be 6 also, no problem. Last wala is like 15. Sorry. It is 16. I'm so sorry. This is 16. Yes. Thank you for like remember. This is 16. This is 16. I'm so sorry. So is it clear? 16. Yes. So if it is not even equidistant also, then the same thing also happened. I give you one example without using the equidistant, let's say. So here is all the links. So I'm using one values first. Let's say they're not the usual equidistant. 4, 7, 12. Let's say 14. So what is the average? 4, 7, 12, 14. So 14 7s are 21. So 7, 14, 7, 21, 25, 37. So 37 by 4. That is average, right? So 4, 7, 12, 14. The sum is what? 14 plus 12 is 26. 26 plus 7 is 33. 33 plus 4 is 37. So 37 by 4. What is the average? 37 upon 4. The average is 9.25. Assuming my calculations are correct. So the average is here is what? 9.25. Fair enough? I'm giving you any values, right? Now let's say add with anything. Add with 3. तो अगर यहाँ पे 3 ऐड करेंगे तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 7 हो जाएगा. ये 10 होगा. ये 15 होगा. और ये क्या हो जाएगा? 17. So the average has to be 9.25 plus 3. So your answer is 12.25. Am I clear? So it is not with equidistant. It can be happened with anything. Is it fine? So the next thing, if I let's say subtract, सबसे मैं -1 करता हूँ तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 3 हो जाएगा, 6 हो जाएगा, 11 हो जाएगा, 13 हो जाएगा. तो इसका एवरेज क्या हो जाएगा? 9.25 minus 1 which is 8.25. अगर सबसे करूंगा तो एवरेज से भी सब्सट्रैक्ट होगा. Am I clear? अगर मैं मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ इसको into 2 से, so what I'm doing into 2 let's say. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? 8, ये हो जाएगा 14, ये हो गया 24, ये हो जाएगा 28. Assuming my calculations are correct. Into 2 क्या हूँ मैं? तो ये हो जाएगा अभी क्या हो जाएगा ये? 9.25 into 2 हो जाएगा इसका एवरेज. So your answer is 18.5. Am I clear? अगर मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो एवरेज भी डबल होगा. ठीक है? अगर इसको मैं डिवाइड भी करता हूँ तो एवरेज भी क्या होगा? सेम चीज से डिवाइड होगा. I hope I make you understand. So it is, so I can say one thing. So average is basically conserved under addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So no matter what you do, that these are called the basic algebraic operators. No matter what you do, so your answer has to be the same. Like if you're adding with the same thing, the average should be added by the same thing. If you're multiplying, if you're dividing, and if you're subtracting. I hope it is clear. Everyone perfectly clear, I guess, right? So let's go for the next. Operations on terms will affect the average. Yes, in the same way. If you have to do with the everything, remember you have to do with like all the values. ऐसा नहीं कि दो values के लिए किया, तीन values के लिए नहीं किया. ऐसा नहीं होगा. सबके लिए करोगे तो average के लिए भी करना पड़ेगा. This is as clear as this. So these are all the like the basic understanding of average. Am I clear? So I'm just taking your time so that you understand everything very clearly. So let's go for the next. Now this is the question. This is the question of CAT 2014. And 14 is the first time I have taken CAT. What is the answer for this? CAT 14 का question है ये. मेरा set का first question was this. And initially when I saw this question, I was like, what is happening? So this kind of thing. All of you guys, what is the answer of this? I'm giving you 1 minute to solve this question. It's not average. Find the sum, guys. You need to find a sum, not the average. Find a sum लिखा हुआ है. You're giving so many other different answers. But the right answer is yes, 3825 is the right answer. I guess, 3825. I hope that is the right answer. I'm giving you 1 more minute, then we'll discuss. Yes, the right answer is 3825. So let's check how to solve this type of question. The first thing is this kind of question, the first thing you need to understand, there are so many ways you can solve this question, right? So I start with the easiest way to solve, all of you guys. The easiest way to solve, so you can see all these are basically equidistant numbers. The difference is 1, yes. So I can say this is equidistant numbers. And in case of equidistant numbers, what is average? The average is first term plus last by 2. I'm writing it just to make you understand. So it is 50 plus 100 upon 2 is 75. It's the number of terms, yes or no? So it's the average. So the average is 75. Everyone understood the average is 75. Perfect. Now if the average is 75, now how many terms are there? From 50 to 100, kitna terms hai? Don't say it is 50. It is 51. From 50 to 100, how many numbers are there? 51 numbers are there because it is 100 minus 50 plus 1 because both are inclusive. So the answer is 51 terms. So what is your n? So n is equal to 51. So your answer is 75 into 51. So it is 3825. Am I clear? ये exact question था भाई और ये question में initially बहुत लोगों को बहुत time लगा because इतना easy था. सोचो अभी बताओ 10 से 20 में कितना terms है? How many terms are there from 10 to 20? How many? That is 20 minus 10 plus 1, 11. How many terms are there from 20 to 40? The answer is 21. 40 minus 20 plus 1. How many terms are there from 1 to 10? The answer is 10 because 10 minus 1 plus 1. If both are getting inclusive, you need to add a 1 extra. याद रहेगा ये? We will discuss it again in progression also. Perfect है? All of you guys, I hope you are understanding this thing. So the next thing what we are going to do from this, like this is one way to solve. This is the easiest way to solve. It's a CAT question. The second you have guys guessed it correctly. We also do this question by this way also. It is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 plus 100 minus 1 plus 2 plus dot 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 plus 49. ये भी मैं कर सकता था ना? हाँ या ना? Guys, we can do this also. I have already told you the formula for this. Yes. So what is the formula for this? N into n plus 1 by 2. So it is 100 into 100 1 by 2 minus 49 into 50 by 2. So it is 50 50. And this is 50 is 25 into 49. So 25 into 49 is 25 into 50 is something around 2500. So it's like 50, 49 into that is basically 49 into 25. Not 45, 20, 49 into 25 is easy to do. How to do is like 25 into 50. So what is 25 into 50? It's 1250. So we can write this thing as like this also if you may need to make it easier. That is minus 50 into 25 plus 25. Now this is very easy. So if you do it, it becomes 3800 plus 25. So your answer is 3825. Is it fine, guys? All of you? Is there any doubt in this? Fine. So there are two ways you can solve this question, guys. There are two ways you can solve this question, and this is how you should solve this type of questions. I hope you're getting it clear. So shall we go for the next question, guys? All of you, fine? Fair enough. The next question. 50 to 100, 51 numbers. Yes, first one is easier. This is the next question, guys. Again, a minute for you guys. First method is easier, yes. Yes, you guys are absolutely. I am always telling you 2-3 methods so that it is up to you which method you're going to follow. So you need to decide like which method is easier for you. Repeat the second method. The second method क्या है ना? The second method मैं एक बार बता देता हूँ. ये मैं क्या किया हूँ? इसको मुझे 50 से 100 चाहिए, तो मैं पहले 1 से 100 किया हूँ, फिर माइनस कर दिया 1 से 49 तक. और इसका फॉर्मूला मुझे पता है ना? What is the formula? n into n plus 1 by 2. That is the formula. तो इसमें मैं दोनों में यूज कर दिया, माइनस करके आंसर निकाल लिया. Is it fine, Mohammed, Chetan? Is it fine? First 100 minus first 49. Is it clear? All of you? Please take the screenshot. All of you guys. Fair enough? Next question. Average of 10 consecutive even integers is 67. वन इसलिए नहीं किया यश, बिकॉज मेरे से 50 से लेकर 100 तक था ना, तो इसलिए मुझे 1 से लेकर 100 का सम करना था, माइनस 1 से लेकर 49 का सम करना था. That's why यश. Yes, there are 100 terms. That's why we have subtracted. You are absolutely correct. Two questions are there. Difference between the highest and the least number. Difference is not 10. Yes, Anurag is right. So how to solve this question? Now I'm giving you the easiest way to solve this question. Okay. Now please check it carefully. I am going to use the method of dispersion or the method of deviation to solve this question. So 67 is your average, right? What is your average? 67 is the average of 10 consecutive even integers. क्या है? 10 consecutive मतलब back to back. 10 back to back even integers का average क्या है? Consecutive important term, even important term. 10 consecutive even integers का average 67 है. तो मुझे क्या चाहिए पहले? Least number कितना है? हाँ या ना? Least number मुझे चाहिए. ठीक है? तो 67 अगर दो नंबर का, अगर दो consecutive even number का average होता, तो इधर क्या होता? 66, इधर क्या होता? 68. If 67 is the average of two consecutive even numbers, so one has to be 66, another has to be 68. 4 के लिए क्या होता? ये 70 हो जाता और यहाँ पे 64 हो जाता. अगर यहाँ पे मैं ऐड करूंगा एक, यहाँ पे मैं ऐड, यहाँ पे भी एक करूंगा. अगर 6 होता तो यहाँ पे 72, यहाँ पे 62. अगर 8 होता तो यहाँ पे 74, यहाँ पे 60. अगर 10 होता तो यहाँ पे 76 और यहाँ पे 58. So तुम्हारा आंसर कितना आ गया? 58. And what's the difference? 76 minus 58. Your answer is 18. It's as simple as this. Am I clear? I am giving you time just to make you understand. So what I have done, 67 is the average. अगर ये दो नंबर का एवरेज होता तो क्या होता? 68 और 66, दो कंसेक्यूटिव. अगर 4 नंबर का ये एवरेज होता तो यहाँ पे मैं एक ऐड करता 70, यहाँ पे भी एक ऐड करता 64, बिकॉज 68 का नेक्स्ट इवन नंबर क्या है? 70, और 66 का पहले इवन नंबर क्या है? 64. अगर 6 होता तो यहाँ पे और एक ऐड करता 72, यहाँ पे और एक ऐड करता 62. अगर 8 होगा तो यहाँ पे एक ऐड, यहाँ पे एक, तो ऐसे करते करते कर जाओ ना, डायरेक्टली आंसर आ जाएगा. Am I clear, guys? All of this thing, is it clear? तो अभी अगर सोचो, like if you need to find a difference also, you can do it from this number minus this number and your answer is 80. Yes, I'm slowing it down, guys. Please repeat. Okay. So what I have done, like 67 is my average, right? If it is the average of two numbers, consecutive even, तो एक क्या होगा? 68 और एक क्या होगा? 66. Because 68 and 66 का एवरेज क्या है? 67, बीच वाला वैल्यू, राइट? अभी अगर 4 का हुआ तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 70, और यहाँ पे एक मैं ऐड करूंगा 64, इधर मैं एक एक करके ऐड करूंगा, यहाँ पे भी मैं एक एक करके ऐड करूंगा, because we know average is the middle value and the even integers are like the equidistant numbers. Yes, we can use the method also. We can use the method is also, if for the bigger values also. Let's say the same question. अगर यहाँ पे मुझे बोलता, let's say अगर ये 77 बोलता है, या let's say 20 नंबर बोलता है, या 30 नंबर बोलता है, then also we can use the same thing. Clear है? Because 67 you cannot count because it is the average and 67 is not also an even integer. तो इसमें पहले क्या बोला? Even है, even. तो 67 is an odd number, तो इसका दोनों साइड में होना चाहिए. Please understand this thing. दोनों साइड में आना चाहिए. अगर ये 45 होता, 40 consecutive numbers, very good question, ठीक है? अगर ये 40 होता and let's say the average is 127, same equation में change कर दिया, इसको 10 की जगह में 40 कर दिया और इसकी जगह में 127 कर दिया, let's say, ठीक है? Fine, clear है? अगर मैं ये करता 127 और ये 40, तो एक चीज सोचो, 127 का राइट में, यस, ऑड नंबर, अगर इवन नंबर ऑफ, जैसे 2 4 का एवरेज क्या होता है? 3 नहीं होगा, ऑड नंबर नहीं होगा. अगर इवन नंबर ऑफ इवन नंबर से उसका एवरेज हमेशा ये होता है, ठीक है? तो अभी अगर ये 127 इसका एवरेज हो गया, क्या हो गया इसका एवरेज? 127, और यहाँ पे 40 कंसेक्यूटिव इवन इंटीजर्स है, ठीक है? तो इस साइड में कितना होगा? 20 नंबर्स, इस साइड में भी कितना होगा? 20 नंबर्स. हाँ या ना? Am I clear? इसका साइड में भी 20, इसका लेफ्ट में भी 20. यस. अभी इसका राइट में 20 नंबर निकाल लो. फर्स्ट नंबर क्या होगा? 128 से स्टार्ट होगा ये, प्लस क्या हो जाएगा? 2 into 19. 2 into 19 क्यों है? बिकॉज हर एक अगर 2 में ऐड करूंगा मुझे और एक नया नंबर मिलेगा, तो योर आंसर विल बी 128 plus 38, which is I guess 166. Am I clear? Now you can see how fast you can solve this question. How fast? It's a 1 second you can solve this type of question if you understand it. तो पहला नंबर क्या हो जाएगा? 128. उसके वाला नंबर क्या हो जाएगा? 128 के बाद 130, 132. तो ये हम लोग कितना ऐड करेंगे? और भी 19 नंबर. तो और भी अगर मुझे 19 नंबर ऐड करना है तो मुझे क्या ऐड करना है? 19 into 2. So I am making you understand. So 127 क्या था? एवरेज था. तो पहला राइट साइड का नंबर क्या है? 128. Is it clear? The first right side number is 128. The first right side number, yeah, you can use AP also. I'm just giving you how to do it very fast, bro. That is our objective, is to make you clear for CAT. Okay? So I'm repeating it again very carefully. Please understand this. I'm using different color now. So 127 is the average, right? अगर दो होता नंबर तो ये होता 128 और होता 126. इतना तक समझ आया सबको? 126, 128 का एवरेज क्या है? 127 है. Now if this is the case, अभी इधर और कितने नंबर चाहिए मुझे? 19 नंबर चाहिए, और यहाँ पे भी 19 नंबर चाहिए. हाँ है ना? Already we have the 20th number. Yes. So यहाँ पे भी मुझे 19 नंबर चाहिए, यहाँ पे भी मुझे 19 नंबर चाहिए. Yes or no? और हर एक नंबर के लिए मुझे क्या करना है? 2 ऐड करना है. तो 19 एडिशनल नंबर के लिए क्या चाहिए मुझे? 19 into 2 ऐड करना है. Am I clear? Because 128 is the least. What is the next number? 130. उसके बाद क्या होगा? 132. तो हर एक नंबर के लिए मैं क्या 2 ऐड कर रहा हूँ. तो मुझे ऐसे इसका 19 बाद नंबर चाहिए. The 19th number after this चाहिए. तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? 128. हर एक नंबर के लिए मुझे 2 ऐड करना है. तो ऐसे कितना नंबर चाहिए? 19 वाला चाहिए. तो 2 into 19. So your answer is 166. Am I clear? Is it fine? अगर मैं 128 को कंसीडर कर लेता हूं तो और 19 नंबर्स होगा ना. हेलो 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 ये आ गया. Hello, hello, am I audible? You're audible now. Okay, guys, let's begin. सरकार पाती. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's. That's not my voice, obviously. Let's. Yes, the list number will be 126 minus 38. Perfect. So let's go for the next thing, guys. Let's go for the next. Sorry for. So let's go for the next. So this question. Solve this question, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It's like we're trying to do this. I'm so sorry. So please solve this question, guys. And this is also based on our like basic concept. उस पर लिस्ट नंबर आ जाएगा 126 minus 38. हम लोग क्लास के लिए क्या किए थे 128 plus 38. लिस्ट के लिए क्या करेंगे 126 minus 38. Am I clear? Guys, those who didn't say like हम लोग हाईएस्ट के लिए क्या किए थे 128 plus 38. लिस्ट के लिए क्या करेंगे 126 minus 38. So guys, so what is the answer for this? Yes, the answer is 55. Yes, you guys are correct. Now let's see how to solve this question. What is the average of all two-digit numbers which leave a remainder when divided by 8? मतलब मुझे सब two-digit numbers चाहिए, all the two-digit numbers, but when it is divided by 8, the remainder is 3. So first start with the first number. The first number is, that is 11, obviously, because 11 is what? If I divide 11 by 8, the remainder is 3. Am I clear? That is the first number. So the next number, let's think about 99. So when I divide 99 by 8, what is the remainder? It is 8 12 and 96. The remainder is 3, right? So I can say the numbers are like this: 11. Next number has to be 19. So you can add 8 with every number. Fit like 27. Fit ... 99. Because 99 is the highest two-digit number. 11 is the least. So these are all the numbers which is there. Am I clear? First number is 10. But when you divide 10 by 8, what is the remainder? The remainder is 2. So that's why we are not taking 10. Yes, the first number is 10. You're absolutely correct. But 10 when I'm dividing it 8, what is the remainder? The remainder is 2. So that's why we are not taking 8, 10. That's why we are taking 11. So that the remainder is 3. Am I clear? Yes, 10 is a two-digit number. But when I'm dividing 10 by 8, what is the remainder? The remainder is 2. But we have to have the remainder 3, right? That is the first. Perfect. So the first number is 11 and the last number is 99. And all these numbers are equidistant. Because after 11, what's the next number? 19. When you divide 19 by 8, so this is what? 8 to the 16 and 3 is the remainder again. So it's 11, 19, 27. So all these numbers, you can see the equidistant numbers. The difference is 8. So in this case, what is the answer? First plus last by 2. So your answer is 11 plus 99 by 2. So your answer is 55. Am I clear? Or you can do that also 51 plus 59 by 2. That is also fine. Am I clear? Everyone? So don't go for the middle values, guys, because middle values you need to find it, right? It is much more harder. So always go for the first value or the last value. Yes, it contains 3, but 3 is not a two-digit number, right? Sarika, the problem with 3 is a one-digit number, but it is given like two-digit numbers, no? So that's why we have to take 11. Clear, hai? All of you guys? Fair enough? Shall we proceed? Yes, the simple way is all of the that is exactly all the numbers which is in the form of 8k plus 3. If you have done the numbers class, so this is all the numbers in this form 8k plus 3, all the two-digit numbers, right? Fair enough? So let's go for the next one. Again, a simple question, but it has to do a lot of us understanding. If they ask you how many two-digit numbers, we will discuss this kind of questions in progression as well. Don't worry about it. We can do this kind of questions also. This focus in this question because I need to teach you some methods before we finish the class, and this is also one method. So just understand this question. So how to solve this question? Dekho, there are so many ways of solving this question. So first, I'm solving it by using the shortcut. Next, I will explain by using the long method as well. So please pay attention. Take it, all of you. The first thing we can start with, like 24 yoga students are there and the average is 21 years. Fine. Eh? So first I'm giving you, like the question is the average age group of 24 students is 21. The age of their teacher is included. The average age of the group would be 1 year more. So पहले जो 24 students था, like when there are 24 students, the average was 21. Now when the teacher is basically being included, the average increased by 1. So the question is what is the age of the teacher? As simple as that. So first I'm giving you the shortest method. Okay? The shortest method क्या है? देखो first the initial average कितना था? 21. 21 क्या है? Initial average. मैं लिख भी दे रहा हूँ अच्छे so that you can understand it. Initial average is 21, right? बहुत ही अच्छे से देखो. Initial average is 21 plus increase कितना हुआ? What is the increase? 1 year. कितना increase हो गया? 1 से. तो 1 क्या हो गया? Increment or decrement. That is increment here. तो 21 था initial average, 1 increase हुआ. अभी number of people कितना है? पहले 24 स्टूडेंट था. अभी अगर टीचर को इंक्लूड करूंगा तो 24 प्लस 1 25 हो जाएगा. हाँ या ना? 24 लोग थे. अभी कितना हो जाएगा? 24 प्लस 1 25. Am I audible, guys? ठीक है, तो क्या हो जाएगा इसका आंसर 21 plus 1 into 25. 25 is the number of people now, and hence your answer is 46. Am I clear? This is the easiest way to solve this type of question, the fastest way to solve this question. Shall I explain again? First हम क्या किए हैं, like the initial average which is 21, perfect. Then what I did, I add क्या हूँ, जितना इंक्रीमेंट हुआ, कितना इंक्रीमेंट हुआ, the increment is 1, and what is the total number of people now? That is 25. So 21 plus 1 into 25 is the answer, 46. That is the age of the teacher. That is as simple as this. Am I clear? Because we are adding because the teacher joined, the average is increased. If the average has been decreased, then we would have subtracted. As because the average is increased, we added. When the average is decreased, then we subtract also. I will explain the logic as well. Now, is the broader method में क्या होना चाहिए? 24 students है. So 24 students है, तो total sum कितना होना चाहिए? 24 and 21. This is n. This is the average. तो ये होना चाहिए था 24 into 21. That is 480. That is 504. Right? Assuming my calculations are correct. तो पहले ये था. अभी कितना हो गया? n बढ़ के 24 बढ़ के 25 हो गया, and 21 बढ़ के 22 हो गया. तो अभी सम कितना हो गया? 550. तो अभी ये जो डिफरेंस है कितना है? 46 का है, और ये किसका एज है? टीचर का. बिकॉज ये सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स का एज था. दिस इज स्टूडेंट्स एज, दिस इज स्टूडेंट प्लस टीचर्स एज. सो इफ आई एम सब्ट्रैक्टिंग दिस फ्रॉम दिस, यू विल गेट द टीचर्स एज 46. Am I clear? This is one way. Fine. So this is like a broader way. You don't need to solve this many calculations. I'm just trying to reduce the calculation for you. For n number of people, you cannot find exactly everyone. Then you have to find the average. So for each one person, you can do this thing. So please use this method. I'm explaining it again. So what I'm doing, basically my average is increasing. That means the sum has to be increased. So initially the average was 21. As because the teacher has come, kitna increase of 1. Abhi for 1, if the average is increased by 1, the sum has to be increased by average, increase in average into the number of people now. So that's what I'm doing. Initial average plus 1 increment into the total number of people, which is the sum of increment. That will give you answer 46. Is it clear? और एक दूं, एक एग्जांपल सेम टाइप का देख लो. सेम टाइप का और एग्जांपल देता हूं मैं. इसको थोड़ा चेंज कर देता हूं. लेट्स थिंक अबाउट इसमें 24 को चेंज करके 11 कर दो, इसको कर दो 20, और एक काम करो, इसको मोर को कर दो लेस. तो फिर क्या होगा आंसर? 11 योगा स्टूडेंट्स, 20 साल था, एज ऑफ देयर टीचर तो होगा नहीं, जो भी है. तो इसमें आंसर क्या हो जाएगा तब? 1 ईयर लेस हो गया. Second method is not better. Why the second method is not better? Because उसमें बहुत सारा calculation है. You have to know the first method, because that is a shortcut to solve this kind of question. And when you start practicing with this method, this will come easy for you. Am I clear? What is the answer now for this case? Yes, 8 years. Now देखो how I can solve the easier methods. First क्या होगा? उसका average कितना था? देखो उसका average था 20 साल. ठीक है. फर्स्ट क्या था? इनिशियल एवरेज. मैं क्या बोला था? इनिशियल एवरेज. ठीक है. माइनस कितना रिड्यूस हुआ? 1 रिड्यूस हुआ, तो -1. दैट इज डिक्रीज. अभी नंबर ऑफ पीपल कितना हो गया? 11 था, इसमें +1 हो जाएगा, तो नंबर ऑफ पीपल इनटू 12. तो ये आंसर इज 8. देखिए सिंगल स्टेप ऑफ क्वेश्चन है, सिंगल स्टेप. अगर तुम ऐसे करोगे तो एक स्टेप में सॉल्व होगा, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है तुम्हें. एंड इट विल टेक एट मैक्स 10 seconds to solve this question. So please understand this. So don't think about the teacher of the 8 year. Like I might be the teacher, I guess, someday or later. Anyway, so this is like the question. You understood it? I hope you guys understood like this method, right? So let's go for the next one. Please explain first method. तो मैं क्या देखो 20 था इसका एवरेज, हाँ है ना. 20 क्या था? एवरेज था. कितना डिक्रीज किया? 1 डिक्रीज किया. सिर्फ ये याद रखो. पहले क्या करूंगा मैं? इनिशियल एवरेज 20 था, ये जो 20 यहाँ पे आ गया. फिर डिक्रीज क्या था? 1 डिक्रीज हुआ, इसको यहाँ पे लिख लिया मैं. अभी नंबर ऑफ पीपल क्या? 11 into 1 plus 1 12. ये है नंबर ऑफ पीपल नाउ. मैं हर एक स्टेप लिख दे रहा हूँ. नंबर ऑफ पीपल नाउ. प्लीज गो थ्रू इट. हर एक स्टेप लिख देना. दैट विल गिव यू द टीचर्स एज. Am I clear? Is it fine? कौन सा क्यों किया? But just for the timing, just understand like this is the concept basically we are using. We are basically when the average is decreasing, the sum has to be decreasing somehow also. That's why we are using it. ठीक है? All of you guys, so shall we proceed? So please understand this. The logic is the same thing. The logic is basically when one is basically decreased for some person, when average is decreased, in case of sum, the total will be the decrease also the same. That's why we are multiplying with 12. सोचो कोई भी चीज को अगर मुझे 1 डिक्रीज करना है तो टोटल एवरेज अगर 1 डिक्रीज हो तो सम में कितना डिक्रीज होगा? एवरेज इनटू टोटल नंबर ऑफ टाइम, है ना? दैट्स व्हाई 1 into 12. ठीक है, क्लियर है, समझ आया? और इसका जो लॉजिक है तुम और भी इजीली इससे यहाँ से तुम इसको रिलेट कर सकते हो. अगर तुम इसको नॉर्मली करते तो ये क्या होता? 21 into 11 था. दैट्स द टोटल नंबर ऑफ एज, आई गेस. 21 इज द एवरेज, सॉरी 20 इज द एवरेज, एंड 11 इज द नंबर ऑफ पीपल, है ना? फिर ये कितना हो गया? 20 घट के कितना हो गया? 19 हो गया, और ये कितना हो गया अभी? 12 हो गया. Am I clear? So यहाँ से क्या हो गया? 1 घट गया, बट नंबर यहाँ पे बढ़ गया 12. So ये जो नंबर जो बढ़ रहा है ना, उसके लिए मुझे ये 1 into 12 करना पड़ रहा है, बिकॉज ये टोटल में चेंज हो रहा है, एवरेज में सिर्फ नहीं. यस, एवरेज का डिक्रीज हो रहा है 1, मतलब सब बच्चों के लिए 12 डिक्रीज हो रहा है, टोटल में 12 हो रहा है डिक्रीज. ठीक है, 12 इसलिए आया बिकॉज 11 लोग था, अभी कितनों का नंबर ऑफ पीपल नाउ 12 हो गया. 11 plus 1, that's why it is 12. So I have already explained how the shortcut came, but do not think too much about the shortcut, because the shortcut came because of just the idea. If the average is decreasing, the total age has to be decreased by the same thing. अगर सोचो average decrease हुआ 1, मतलब total में कितना decrease होगा? 1 into number of people 12, तो वही मैं क्या हूँ? And don't think too much about it. Just think about it in this way. ठीक है? तो इसका बहुत सारी है, इसका distributed है, तो it's like अगर तुम्हें थोड़ा holistically इसको समझना पड़ेगा. तो what I have given the explanation that is perfectly fine. Please understand this, and this way you have to solve this thing also. Now the next question. This is just the opposite question of the previous one. What is the answer? The answer is not 7. Exactly, I'm distributing the weight to everyone. तो अगर वो एक कम हो रहा है मैं 12 को अंदर वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दे रहा हूँ. अगर एक ज्यादा हो रहा है मैं सबके अंदर वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दे रहा हूँ. That's why we are adding and subtracting. That is the logic behind it. Like I'm distributing the weight to among everyone. The answer is not 21. Any answer, guys? Any answer for this? And please, please learn the shortcuts by your heart, because these are the shortcuts which will help you to solve questions very fast. You can like, it can give you a 1 minute question in 10 seconds also. The answer is not 21. The answer is not also 80. 80 might be the answer, I guess. Let's see. So let's discuss now how to solve this question. Okay. Now the first thing you need to understand, Dhoni scored a century in his 20th innings. Okay. So let's assume करो 19th innings के बाद उसका average था x. Let's say, just I'm taking it x. After 19th innings, his average is x, right? So generally, average क्या होता है ना? Total number of runs by total number of outs होता है, not total number of innings. But for this question, we are using average as total score by total innings. That is I'm taking as average, ठीक है? तो assume करो कि 19th के बाद इसका average x था, ठीक है? तो अगर average 19th के बाद x था, तो total कितना होगा? Is 19x, fine. तो 19th innings में total उतना कितना स्कोर किया? 19x, clear? अभी सोचो अगर ये 19x स्कोर कर चुका, ठीक है? 19x स्कोर कर चुका ये 19 innings में, 19 में, और 20th innings में ये कितना स्कोर किया? सेंचुरी मतलब 100. So total 20 innings में इसका स्कोर हो गया 19x plus 100. Am I clear? So 19 innings में उसका एवरेज क्या था? x था, तो टोटल स्कोर कितना हो गया? 19x. अभी 19x plus 100 हो गया, उसका टोटल 20 innings का स्कोर. Is it fine? नेक्स्ट क्या होगा? अभी इसका एवरेज बढ़ के कितना होगा? x plus 1. अगर x plus 1 एवरेज है तो टोटल सम कितना हो जाएगा? 20 into x plus 1 which is equal to 19x plus 100. बिकॉज 19x उसका 19 innings का सम था और 100 है 20 innings का रन. तो टोटल क्या है इसको? 20 innings का स्कोर है. इनफैक्ट 20 innings का एवरेज भी क्या है? x plus 1. So 20 into x plus 1 is also 19x plus 100. So we can make LHS and RHS equal. So if you solve this thing, you'll get 20x plus 20 is equal to 19x plus 100. And your answer will be x equals to 80. Now this x is basically what? The average after 19th innings. But question में वो नहीं पूछा है. Question में क्या पूछा है? 20th innings के बाद क्या एवरेज है? Question पूछा है 20th के बाद. तो 19th के बाद अगर 80 है तो 20th के बाद क्या होगा? 80 plus 1. Your answer is 81. 81 is the answer. Yes. I have asked new average. देखो पहले मैं क्या किया हूँ? Assume किया हूँ 19th innings के बाद the average is x. All of you guys. After 19th innings the average is x. So what is the total score? 19x. Because average into total number of innings is the total score. New वाला is 81. Yes, that is the answer. 81. So 19x हो गया 19 innings का स्कोर. अभी 20. That's why I'm repeating. 20th innings का स्कोर क्या है? 100 है. So 19x plus 100 is the total score. Am I clear? 19x plus 100 is the total score. Fine. अभी 20 innings के बाद क्या है इसका एवरेज? x plus 1. अभी 20 innings के बाद अगर एवरेज x plus 1 है, what is the sum? Average into number of terms. So 20 into x plus 1 is equal to 19x plus 100. Because x plus 1 is the average, and if I multiply with the number of matches, I get the total score. And this is also the total score. So I can equate these two things. So when I'm equating it, I'm getting x equal to 80. And the answer is 80 plus 1 because the question has been asked about 20th innings, not about 19th innings. And I've assumed about 19th innings. Am I clear? Is it fine? Any doubt in this? Any doubt, just let me know. Now the shortcut, obviously. The better method. All of you guys have understood, I guess. Everyone clear? Why x plus 1? Because the question is about 20th innings, guys. The question is about 20th innings. That's why we are adding 80 plus 1. 80 plus 1. That's why it is the answer is 81. Increase by 1, that's why. Okay, so let's go for the shorter method. In case of shorter method, the first thing you need to understand, let's say if the average after 19th is x. x है 19th के बाद, ठीक है? तो मेरा पहले क्या था? x था. The previous method I'm using, this one. कहाँ गया? This method I'm going to use again. ठीक है? तो x था average. Increase कितना हुआ? 1. Number of matches कितना है? x was initial average. Increase कितना हो गया? This is increase. Number of matches अभी कितना है? 20. That has to be the last innings का उसका score. उसका last innings का score कितना था? Century. Because जो last में जिसका age क्या होता है? इसके साथ equal क्या होता है? Last का उसका age. So last innings का इसका score कितना है? 100. तो इसको तुम solve कर लोगे x कितना आ जाएगा? 80. अगर x 80 आ गया तो आंसर कितना होगा? 80 plus 1 81. Is it understood? This is the shortcut. In the question is scored a century. Bro, it is a century. ये लिखा भी है भाई century. ठीक है? Century मतलब 100. Do you understand? Clear है, quicker, faster. मैं वही बोला. हर question I'll make you believe that you can solve it faster. Every question. So please understand how I'm solving it. I'm repeating the shortcut again. So initial उसका average में पकड़ लिया x था, ठीक है? कितना increase हुआ? 1 increase हुआ. कितना innings में? 20 innings में. तो x plus 1 into 20. तो पहले देखो फिर पिछले वाला में था. First में क्या था? Initial average में क्या लिया हूँ? x. Increase कितना हुआ? 1. x के बाद कितना इंक्रीज हुआ, 1 इंक्रीज हुआ, उसके बाद कितने नंबर ऑफ मैच है, 20 है, तो ये क्या देता है, उसका 20th मैच में कितना स्कोर किया। जब हम लोग पिछले क्वेश्चन में, जब यहाँ पे हम लोग 20 माइनस किए थे, बिकॉज जो लास्ट वाला बंदा आया था उसके लिए -1 होता है, -1 किए थे, एंड 12 का टोटल नंबर ऑफ पीपल, उसमें क्या आया था, जो नया टीचर का एज आया था। तो सिमिलरली यहाँ पे भी क्या है, एक इनिशियल एवरेज है, फिर उसके बाद 1 इंक्रीज हुआ, टोटल नंबर ऑफ पीपल कितने, 20 है, तो इसके बाद क्या हो जाएगा, ये दैट विल गिव यू दिस स्कोर इन द 20th इनिंग्स, द सेम थिंग। Am I clear? So the first thing what we are doing, like we are taking x as an initial average, then we use the same formula, and 1 is increment, and the number of people is how much? 20. The 20 people are there. So 20 people for 1, so x plus 1 into 20, it has to be the score in the 20th innings. Am I clear? So x plus 20 equals to 100, so what is x? 80. Now what is the answer? 80 plus 1, 81. Because it is about 20th innings. Everything is guys easy. If you just, and please, I'm giving you so many shortcuts, and it is not very easy to do it in one go. I'm doing it just, I'm making you understand, like you can solve this question very fast. Okay, so please go through these methods, trust me on this, please go through these methods. Like if you're thinking that this is, you might feel it difficult because we are using so many methods, so what you need to do, you need to go through these methods. Everyone, please go through these methods again, please go through this video again, because this is the thing, you have to sit back, you have to understand what exactly is happening. Now there is a rush in a class, we are in a rush, like we generally have to cover so many things, so we are doing it in a rush. So in that case, please go through it again, because these are the very important methods what I'm explaining you. ठीक है, तो why I'm making it 100, because ये क्या देता है ना, जैसे हम लोग पिछले क्वेश्चन के साथ इसको साथ just understand in respect to the previous question, वहाँ पे when I'm adding it, it has given me like the age of teacher, and यहाँ पे टीचर का एज सोचो 100 है, यहाँ पे टीचर का एज ही दे दिया है, I'm just reverse it, यहाँ पे the teacher's age is given. Do you understand me ना? Like यहाँ पे the 20th innings का score is like the teacher's age, so the teacher's age is given, you need to find the average, just the opposite thing. Do you understand this? So this innings ka score, the 20th innings ka score, generally in the previous question we have found. In this question, the average is not given, the score is given. So we just did the opposite thing here. So that's why we take it 100, because the century is 100. Am I clear? Please go through it, you'll understand it. I'm sure about it. Like you will understand all these things. So let's go for the next question. Nice. Next question on your screen. Yes, the answer is 88. So what do you want? Like, shall we start by using the shorter method, or we shall do the traditional then the shorter? What do you want to do? So I can like give you like the shorter method first, and I'll explain why I'm using it. Okay? The answer is yes, 88. You guys are absolutely clear. The answer is 88. Yes. Now, if I use the shorter method, what I need to do here, first understand this thing. First, understand the question. The average score of a group of 17 friends is 64. One left, average score of the group decreases by 1.5. If think about it, if someone is leaving and the average score increases, that means he contributed less. If someone is leaving and the average score decreases, that means he contributed more. हाँ या ना? Do you understand this? First, you understand this. If there is a group of people, one person left and the average weight increases, that means this person contributed less. And if he left and the average weight decreases, that means this person contributed more. Okay? It's like an inverse connection. Clear? Now, in case of inverse connection, so I can say if the average is decreased when he left, that means he has a higher value than the average. If he has a higher value than the average, whenever he's leaving, the average is decreasing. Clear? Kanika, yes, tell me. Do you understand this thing, all of you? Think about it. Like let's say 2, 4, 6. Okay, what is the average? The average is 4. If 6 is leaving, the average becomes 3. Sorry, the average becomes, yes, 3. 2, 4, 6 का average क्या है? 4 है. But if 6 is leaving, the average of 2, 4 is 3. Yes or no? When 6 is leaving, the average becomes less because 6 is a higher number. But in case of 2, 4, 6, if 2 is leaving, the average is like 5. So when the smaller number leaves, the average increases. When the higher number leaves, the average decreases. Am I clear? Do you understand? First, to understand this concept, it's a very simple concept, but you have to be very clear about it. Is it clear why it is adding? All of you guys. When let's say 2, 4, 6 are the 3 digits, when 6 is leaving, your average becomes from 4 to 3. So your average is decreasing. But when a smaller number is leaving, your average is increasing. So that means if the average is decreased, that means the higher value left the group. Clear? Clear, all of you? Just understand this thing, this part, only this part. I'm making you clear again यहाँ पे. सोचो यहाँ पे 2, 4, 6 और 8 है. What is the average? The average is 5, right? Now if a smaller thing, let's say 2 left, this is the average. If 2 left from the group, then the average will become 6. So if the smaller quantity is leaving, the average is increasing. Yes or no? Am I clear? एकदम clear. बहुत ही simple चीज़ है, but you have to understand this. You have to. Second is, let's say if 2 is here, now 8 is leaving. So if 8 is leaving, what is the average of 2, 4, 6? The average is 4. Now the average is decreasing. So if the higher value leaves, the average decreases. If the lower value leaves, the average increases. Is it clear? I have given you, I have made you understand, like with the example. This is why. Fair enough? So similarly, here also what happened? Here also like the average is decreased. Average कितने से decreased हुआ? Average is decreased by 1.5. And what is the average initially? That is 64, right? And this is 17 people. So 17 people था, जिसका average was 64, and now the average is decreased by 1.5. This is it. Yes or no? That is the question. Perfect. 17 people are there. The average was 64. Now one left. The average is decreased by 1.5. This is the question. Now you need to find what? The score of the person who left the group. You need to find the score of the person who left the group. So what you need to do? First, what is your average? 64 is your average. Now someone is leaving. That means you have, and the value is basically being, the average being decreased. That means he has the higher value, so you have to add it. So you are adding it. Now what I have to add? उसका average कितना decrease हो रहा है? 1.5. So उसका जो total contribution 1.5 average में decrease हुआ. It has been decreased in average. So total में how much it will be contributed? 1.5 into the number of people now. अभी कितने लोग हैं? How many people are there? 17 था, एक चला गया. तो ये जो उसका जो घाटा है बाकी सब में equally distribute हो गया. तो equally distribute हुआ तो average में it has decreased by 1.5. And what is the total घाटा? That is 1.5 into the total number of people now. So answer is 64 plus 24, which is 88. That is where. Yes, clear. Plus क्यों तो मैं I have already told you why it is plus. When the higher value leaves, the average decreases. When the lower value leaves, the average increases. Am I clear? Because teacher में क्या हुआ था ना, वहाँ पे वो add हुआ था जब वो totally add हुआ था. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ 17 friends था and he left and this is group. Teacher में क्या हुआ, teacher आके add हो रहा था. यहाँ पे he left. ये उल्टा वाला चीज़ है. That's the difference. Teacher में था 11 people था, the teacher is being added. In this case, what it happened when some people is left the group. Teacher ये थोड़ा different question है. In teacher is being added. In this case, teacher is being left. That's why the difference here. So I hope you have understood this thing. So what I have to do, I give you another example like 64 plus क्या होगा? ये जो 1.5 less हुआ, it will be like bored by all the people. So if in average is 1.5 less, in sum it has to be less by 1.5 into 60, which is 24. अगर lowest leave करता तो, वो इसका increase होता है. मैंने इसका पिछले बार बताया ना, नीतीश, like Nishit, the previous example I have given you. Why have it is added? So please understand, like I've given you the example, just before the example I've given you why it has been added. Because जब वो decrease होता है, like let's make you a very easier way to solve also. Think about it. Initially उसका total कितना था? Initially total score था. Let's say the total score is 64 into 17. That was the initial total score, right? ठीक है. अभी का total score कितना हो गया? 64 से कितना हो जाएगा? वो घट गया कितना? 1.5. तो 64 minus 1.5 हो जाएगा. That is 62.5. और into ये क्या हो जाएगा? Total number of people कितने? 16 है. इसको इससे minus करो, you'll get your answer 88. That way also you can solve this question. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? I hope. And please go through the previous one. I have already discussed you. अगर छोटा निकलता है तो average बढ़ जाता है, अगर बड़ा निकलता है तो average घट जाता है. Same question with lowest leave. I have already given you the example. I am giving you again. Like. So this is again not working. So let me give you one simplest example exactly. अगर let's say if this question, the same question, अगर ये increases by 1.5 होता, if it is increases by 1.5, तो इसमें क्या हो जाता? The same question would have been, then इसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इसको subtract कर देते हैं. अगर यही question अगर increases by 1.5 होता, then we would have subtracted it, right? So this is like the basic, like 1% left. So then we would have subtracted the same question. Minus होता, अगर वो increase हो जाता, that's the same thing. ठीक है? Yes, 40. I hope you have understood now, like why it is decreased. अगर वो increase होगा, please keep it in your mind also. Like when a higher person left, it is decreased. When the lower person left, it increased. ठीक है? 40 was the answer. So that is the example. So let's go for the last question of the day, I guess. The average age of a group of 12 persons increased by 1 year when one of them is replaced by a man aged 27 years. What is the age of the person who was replaced? That's the last question of the day. All of you guys. Next वाला class में I'll try to make a question on football as well. How to solve this type of question, guys? So whenever you're going to solve this question, there are two ways again. Like first I'm explaining you like the general method. 12 persons increased by 1 year when one of them is replaced by a man aged 27 years. Now think about it. Initially हम लोग देखो तीन type of question हम लोग discuss किए. The first thing is basically when someone increased, when someone decreased. Do you understand? Like हम लोग तीन type of question discuss किए. पहले कोई a person joined the group, things have been changed. A person left the group, things have been changed. Now we are discussing a person is replaced by another person. Do you understand? So there are three. So I'm trying to cater all different types of these things. ठीक है? So three different types basically. This is the third type. So third type में क्या है? 12 persons increased by 1 year when one of them is replaced by a man aged 27 years. ठीक है? तो अगर तुम इसे normal करते, like let's solve it very generally. What is the age of the person? So think about, let's say the age, like the average is basically x. So initially the average is basically क्या है? X है. ठीक है? So what is the total? The total is basically 12 person is here. So 12 is the total age. Yes or no? Now if it is replaced, now the total becomes 12 and person increased by 1. So that is 12 into x plus 1. So when it is replaced by a man aged 27 years, so क्या हो गया, ये 12 into x plus 1 हो गया. तो initially it was 12x, अभी हो गया 12 into x plus 1. Am I clear? But ये क्यों हुआ? Because एक आदमी था जिसका एज लेट से m था, वो चला गया, और एक बंदा जो 27 वाला उम्र वाला वो आ गया. इसके लिए this thing will become 12 into x plus 1. Am I clear? Initially it was 12x, फिर a person with age m left and the person with age 27 joined. तो अभी total age हो गया 12x minus m plus 27. So that has to be equal to 12 into x plus 1 because now the average is x plus 1. So if I equate these two things, so it will become, let's say, 12x minus m plus 27 is equal to 12x plus 12. This 12 is 12 gets cancelled out, so m is basically nothing but 15. This is one way to solve this question, like the longer method. This is not a shortcut. So what is the shortcut to solve this question? So think about ये जो replace हुआ, ये 27 के लिए हुआ. So 27 था. So 27 has come and it is basically being replaced by a person so that the average is increased by 1. That means the person's age is less. That's why the average has been increased. Yes or no? I'm just answering you the shortcut, then I'll explain it again. Don't worry. So first, understand the shortcut. So the person who is age of 27, who has arrived, and the person whose age is m, he left. And for this reason, what is the change in average? The change in average is 1. If the change in average is 1, what is the change in sum? Average is the number of terms, which is 12. Am I clear? So a person with age 27 came, a person with age m left. For this reason, what is the change? The change is 1 in average. If the change is average in 1, so what is the change in sum? The change in sum is 1 into 12 because average ka change is not required, right? The change required is basically average into the number of terms. So that is the sum in change in the total sum. So hence your answer m is basically 27 minus 12, which is 15. That is the shortcut. 27 minus 12 into 1. Is it understood? This is the easiest way to solve this question. Easiest way to solve this question. And this method, like I'm just giving you a equation method. So initially सोचो उसका average अगर x था, तो total कितना होगा? 12x. फिर m चला गया और 27 आ गया. इसके लिए क्या हो गया? उसका average x plus 1 हो गया. तो what is the total is? 12 into x plus 1. So 12 into x plus 1 is basically 7 as 12x minus m plus 27. So if you equate these two things, so you'll get your answer, which is m, which is exactly 15. Exactly. So that's why shortcut is very important. Do you understand? So we have basically discussed three things. First question is based on, I'm just giving you a shortcut to revise also. So understand these three questions. इसमें क्या था? In this question, if the age of the teacher is included, मतलब plus 1 joining. तो इसमें क्या हुआ था? कोई एक join किया था, right? This is a question when someone is joining. Second, when, like you need to find the average and already joined, you need to find the average. मतलब इसका just reverse है. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? Join हुआ, you need to find the age. यहाँ पे already extra था, उसके लिए उसका average में क्या change हुआ वो दिया हुआ है. और यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? यहाँ पे -1, मतलब 1 left, उसके लिए क्या हुआ? यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? -1 plus 1, मतलब एक चला गया और एक उसकी जगह में आ गया. So we have done 4 different types of question on this. Am I clear? So you will not get direct question on it. We will discuss in the next class the exact kind of CAT question which is based on this methods, this idea. ये चारों idea को हम लोग use करके CAT question solve करेंगे next class में. So please go through it and we will solve that question in the next class. Please go through it. And please go through this thing because ये चारों चीज़ है, चारों को मैं अलग-अलग करके समझाया. Please go through the question and understand it how it is happening. So in the next class what I will do, I will use all this concept to solve our actual CAT question. ठीक है? Okay guys, I will explain the shortcut again. So what is the shortcut? देखो, ये 27 साल वाला बंदा आया and ये m age वाला बंदा चला गया. तो 27 came and m left. उसके लिए average में कितना change हुआ? 1. अगर average में the change is 1, तो what is the change in the sum? That is 1 into 12. So the change is 1 into 12, मतलब sum में change हो गया 12. तो अभी क्या हो गया? 27 minus m is equal to 12. तो इसको solve करो तो m equal to आ जाएगा 15. That's it. I hope you love this session, I guess. And I hope I have made so much contribution in the value addition. I try to make sure like there are some things which is not exactly in any kind of book. So that's why I have taken so much time just to make you understand. Yes, sum is changed into average to understand all the types of shortcuts. And trust me, in the next class, I will teach you how these shortcuts can solve you a CAT question, which generally people will leave the question by seeing the question. But that question can be solved in a minute, I guess, not more than a minute, like in 30 seconds also. So please go through it. So it will be very helpful for you for the next class. Please go through it by tomorrow. Just once, please go through the last 3-4 methods. That's it. Take care. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you have understood all of these things. And if you're not, please go through it. Please post doubts in the doubt trainings, like in the Facebook here also. And it's really great having you on board. And thank you, guys. Thank you. Please keep on having this good remarks. I love it. And this is like kind of like thing which keep us motivated. And have a great night. And I hope and please go through this thing. So we'll see you tomorrow at 7. We have some really great questions in average. Then we'll go for the weighted average also. And see you guys. Bye-bye. Take care. And yes, that's all. So this is Abbas Indan signing off from this fleet. And I hope you guys have another class, I guess, application classes. So all the best for the next session. I try to explain everything like again and again. Yes, I hope you love it. So bye, guys. sorry for